Why is it you spend hours working on a video and it gets low views, but then somebody puts up a silly, "you won't believe what happened next" title and it blows up? The reason it works is not because it's fake, it's because it triggers curiosity. And you don't have to trick people to make this work. You just need to add one simple element to your titles. I'm talking about your story. Look what happened when one of my students switched from using keywords only in her title and infused her story. In this video, her views skyrocketed. I'm going to show you the 6 title must-haves if you want people to click on them, and then I'm going to turn some of my viewers' titles into story-driven titles that will feel authentic and help them get more views. And today is day 4 of my YouTube challenge. Every day I am sharing tips to help you grow your audience and grow your impact, and you can follow along by checking out the playlist on my homepage. Think of your titles as a front door. A plain white door with no welcome mat doesn't make anyone want to go inside. But if you see a wreath, a window, maybe even the smell of cookies drifting out, you want to peek in. And that's what a story-driven title does. It invites people in without tricking them. So how do we create titles that invite people in? Well, first, you have to make sure they have these 6 title must-haves if you want them to click on them. And to break those down, we're going to head over to the channel, A Redhead Who Reads. She helps moms discover books for their babies. And I am loving your smile in all of your thumbnails. Like, you are so, so cute. But I can already see one of the must-haves is missing in almost all of your videos up here. You see these titles right here that don't finish? Here's one, here's one, here's another one, another one. We have to actually click on the video to finish reading the title. And the problem with that is people aren't going to click on the video to read the rest of your title. The rule of thumb is you want to make sure your title is 55 characters or less so that people can easily read the entire title without clicking on the video. Shorter, the better, because people don't take much time. We're talking less than 2 seconds to decide if they're going to click on your video or not. So the shorter the title, the faster they can read it. Must-have number 2, you have in most of your titles, but we want to make sure it's at the beginning of the title. And I'm talking about your keywords. You want to front load your title with your keywords. So here's an example right here. Huge picture book haul, Goodwill, library sale, and Amazon finds, and it keeps going. We could just shorten it to baby book haul, Goodwill, library sale, and Amazon finds. So now baby book is the first thing your ideal person sees because we read left to right. So we want to make sure that we don't bury our keywords at the end of our title. The next must-have is so important because it's going to spark attention and curiosity at the same time. I'm talking about power words like the word mistake, secrets, hacks, easy, finally, truth, actually. One example could be 5 board books you'll actually enjoy reading on repeat. I've got the keywords, board books at the very front, then the word actually, and you can capitalize it to really bring it home. Then you are telling them what that benefit is going to be by watching the video. They'll enjoy reading it on repeat. This next one you don't have to use in every single title, but I think you could use it in a lot more of your titles. It looks like your ideal viewer is a Christian mom with little babies. So we want to make sure we've got Christian mom in our titles so that they see themselves in the title right when they glance at it. We're putting an identity in your title. For instance, we could say instead of the top baby books every Christian mom needs, we can front load that with Christian baby books that changed our story time. So you front loaded it with an identity word, keywords, and you also injected a little storytelling in there by saying that changed our story time. This next one is a way you can frame your titles that will immediately get them curious and want to click on your video. And it's a problem solution framing, which you're already doing, but I think we can tweak it a little bit. So right here, overwhelmed, 5 quick storytime hacks for new moms. We could say overwhelmed at story time. So see, that makes it more specific about when they're overwhelmed. Story time is a keyword. So now that's front loading your title. 5 quick storytime hacks for new moms. And your new moms is that identity cue we were talking about. So you're already doing that, and you don't have to do that in every single one of them, but this is also going to help you with that storytelling element, because you can say something like, overwhelmed at story time, how I fixed it fast. So overwhelmed at story time is the problem. How I fixed it fast is the solution. It injects storytelling into the title because you're talking about how you also were overwhelmed and how you fixed it fast. Now I want to show you 3 super easy ways to turn any title into a story-driven title. So the first way I'm going to show you by going to Creative Business Muse's channel. She's a creative business coach, and I found this video. It was her trailer video. Okay, so Finding Creativity After 40, A Journey to Embrace All Your Passions. It's got some keywords in there, but it's a little bit vague, but at least she has the identity cue after 40, Finding Creativity, A Journey to Embrace All Your Passions. Not super clear. I think we could make this more curiosity driven. So there's 2 ways to do this. You can either take a screenshot of your channel under videos so as many titles show up as possible. But another way to do it is you go in here and you click on share and you copy the video link. Then what I want you to do is go to a website called YouTubetranscript.io, and now you're going to paste that link in here, and it's going to extract the transcript. And you can easily just copy the transcript of your video right there. Now you're going to go to ChatGPT, and you're going to use a very specific prompt. Turn this video idea or video into 5 YouTube title options under 55 characters. Make sure the titles include keywords that this audience would search for, but also spark curiosity by framing it as a story or transformation. Here's the transcript. So now I'm going to paste it inside ChatGPT, and voila, I've got 5 titles already. Over 40 and Finding My Creative Identity, Why I Stopped Choosing Between Career and Creativity, How I Finally Embraced My Creative Side at 40 plus, Multi-Passionate ? Here's why it's your superpower. That's that problem solution frame we talked about. But it's got all the things we talked about. Here's the identity cue, Finding My Creative Identity. These are keywords right here. Very short titles because we asked it to be less than 55 characters. And you can play with these, but at least this gives you a starting point. So if you already have videos out there, by you putting the transcript in there, ChatGPT knows exactly what's inside the video. Next, let's go to Markets of Sunshine. She left a comment on my last video saying that she really wants to stand out in her niche. So one of the things I noticed is in your banner, it's kind of like, it's very vague. You say journals, greeting cards, and all the things that you talk about on here. But if you wanted to really niche down, it looks like junk journaling is something that you're really into right now. You don't have to change that in your banner. That's not what I'm saying. But let's look at some of your junk journal titles, because I think that's where we can come up with some titles that are story-driven that will also help you in the junk journaling niche. So I'm going to pick this video right here. Again, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go to share. We're going to copy that link, and then we're going to go back and get the transcript from that website. All right, we're going to paste it in here. Grab your transcript, copy it. Now let's go to ChatGPT using the same prompt. And here's what I got for your video. These are good, simple junk journal ideas for beginners. It's front-loading the title, and it's using short titles, and it's using power words like unlocking. That's a power word. But if we wanted to go into more of a story-driven title, How Junk Journals Helped Me Find My Creativity, From Clutter to Creativity, My Junk Journal Journey, The Surprising Joy I Found in Junk Journaling, Why My Junk Journal Became More Than Just Paper. It shows you how easy you can take any title and turn it into a story-driven title to get people more curious. So if we continue on our junk journal journey, I want you to look at what happens when I pull up junk journal, when I search it in YouTube. Junk journal with me, I wrote a book on it. That's a story. And notice how she put junk journal, that's the keyword, in the front of the title, and then I wrote a book on it, was the story that she inserted. This next way of turning your title into a story-driven title is so genius, and I just recently discovered it. It's right inside your YouTube studio. All you have to do is go to the content section and then click on inspiration, and immediately YouTube is going to tell you what your audience likes because it's got all the data. So right here, it's already telling me Mastering YouTube, my 90-day posting challenge. If I wanted to get a specific idea, let's say I want to talk about my YouTube storytelling formula. So by putting the word "my" in there, hopefully it'll come up with story-driven titles. My secret storytelling hook for YouTube. Now, I don't love these exactly the way that they are, but it gives you something to start with. So your assignment in today's challenge is to go and take some of your old videos and use a couple of these ways to change them into story-driven titles. You may have noticed that I skipped a day of posting. But like I said in the beginning, a challenge doesn't mean that you fail. It just means that you're focusing on getting better at different things that you set out to get better at. And so while I didn't mean to skip a day, but I didn't feel very well, it's still helping me get better at my process, get better at figuring out my audience, get better at not overthinking everything and trying to make everything perfect. So I don't want you to think that you have to post every day. These assignments aren't you posting videos every day. These assignments are you working on different parts of your channel, and then eventually we will record a video. So don't feel like you have to post every day. That's not the point. But tomorrow we're going to be talking about something that's super important to make sure that you know exactly what the mission of your channel is and making sure that you are reflecting that with your content. I'll see you there. And when that video is ready, it'll be right here.